Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Port Charles 411. It's a fan spotlight day.
That was a very nice song.
Yeah. So today's spotlight, we are talking with Artemus. So much fun and energy, and
he was so sweet when he was talking about his grandma.
I know.
His grandma raised him, and he talked about how they watched their soaps and how he got into it. And you could just see the love and hear it in his voice. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want you to be part of my family. You're so sweet.
Yes. He and I can bond on, I think I said it at one point, because I was like, no, my Grammy and I,
yes,
that was our thing too. And it's the thing that I miss the most, you know, it's
right. It's those little things that memories are made of.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
Yes. So enjoy our chat.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh my God. This is so cool.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm Shannon.
I'm Amanda.
Hi, Shannon and Amanda. I'm Artemus. Nice to meet y'all.
You too. So thanks for writing in and, wanting to do a fan spotlight. I think this is one of our, obviously we love whenever we get to talk to cast, but it's fun to talk with other fans and get their stories. So.
Yeah, because I've been listening to a lot of them. I like that same thing. I watched it with my grandmother. That's how I got into it. So yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. So we don't really have like a format or anything we follow. It's just, we want to hear more about you, hear about your General Hospital story and everything. I know that there was a little wrestling in there too. So that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So obviously, like I said earlier, my grandmother, she was watching it. She actually adopted me and raised me since birth. And, you have those days where you get sick, you got to stay at home. So my grandma watched General Hospital. Actually, she watched all the ABC soaps. So All My Children, One Life to Live, Port Charles. And I was watching them all with her, the days I was home.
Nice.
And that's how I got into it, because I'm just seeing all these crazy situations happen. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, just a sidetrack quickly, she also watched wrestling. So she helped me get into that as well. So we watched both, wrestling and General Hospital and other soap operas together.
That is so cool. That is so sweet. So did you listen to our crossover with the Ring the Bell radio podcast? Yeah.
I did. I loved it. It was awesome. It was great. It was great. Awesome. As a fan of both, it was great.
Well, and that's the thing. There's a lot of people that are fans of both. And that's my grandma as well. That was, I talk about her a lot too, that she loved wrestling, and she's who I talked with about General Hospital. So there's always something special whenever you talk to Grams or family about it.
Totally. To be honest, I didn't really think of any questions or anything.
No, that's right.
Okay, good. But I would say, so obviously with college, I wasn't really watching it for real. And I went to college in 2010. Started in 2010, graduated in 16. And then 18 is when I got back to watching General Hospital. When I realized it was on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Because over the years, I'll I go work out or something, they'll have it on the TV. And since I watched it long enough to recognize characters, I'd be like, I wonder what Sonny is doing or what Carly is doing. That's how I used to think. Yeah. And then finally, 2018, I was like, I'm going to do this. So when I started, it was when Faison came back.
Okay.
For that last time, because, Lulu brought him back to town with the story. And so when Nathan ended up dying, that's when I really was watching it. So unfortunately, I missed a lot of the Nathan stuff. But I can always go back on YouTube. But that's consistently why I've been watching it ever since.
Okay. That's hard. If you go to the doctors now, and I don't know about you guys, but I kind of schedule my appointments so that it's not during when General Hospital's on. I'm like, no, I don't want to know what's going to happen. And I know it's going to be on in the waiting room. So
I feel that. And I can actually I ended up actually branching out. So I never watched the CBS soaps, but I ended up watching those like Young and the Restless, Bold, and Days of Our Lives. I actually got into all of the other soaps as well. And I was like, I'm telling you, streaming has really helped because at least for most of us, we're at work all day, so we can't really watch it. But luckily, I can, 7:00. That's when it's on Hulu. I can watch it tonight.
Yep.
So I've been loving it.
Oh, that's right, because you're an hour behind us, so we have to wait until 8.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I used to like when I had went back for grad school. So I'd be in the library and I split my screen. So I'm watching General Hospital while I'm doing homework. And I'm reacting to it no. Looking at me. It would be so funny in the library.
Everyone's looking at you. What happened?
What class are you taking this?
Yeah. I'm it's just General Hospital. So yeah, I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying it.
Well, so you guys can talk more about all the other soaps too, because I never really watched. The only real All My Children I watched was we did interview Vincent Irizarry, and so I went back and watched. Well, it was while we were talking about Anna, we were doing, and she was over on All My Children, so I watched all of her stuff.
Oh.
And Alex, I think.
Yes.
But that's all that I watched, so that's all that I know. But
that was fun watching you explore that.
That was fun. And he had fun listening to me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, awesome. That was a good era. When I think about all the ABC soaps, I'm that was a good era.
Yeah.
I was sad when they both got canceled.
Me too.
I wasn't watching it, but still, just me knowing that they were on, made me feel good. And then they got canceled. I was like, no, GH going to get canceled too. And luckily, we're still here. So,
yeah. Yeah, because it's one of those things, like you said, you can go back to after years of not watching. So even though you weren't watching One Life to Live or All My Children, just knowing it was there, you could have gone back, and now it's all gone. It's very sad.
Exactly. And it's funny too, you feel you've grown up with these characters.
Right.
Even though some get aged up, like for instance, Michael, me and him were both kids around the same time until they aged up.
Yeah.
But I was still watching it during that time. Now I'm seeing them now. Kind of annoying me right now. Yes, Michael's been getting on my nerves with the whole, I can't stand my father because Nina or whatever. That's been getting annoying and old.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we pretty much say the same thing every week.
Is I can't stand when they're vague plans, oh, I got to do this. Why? Because I just got to. I'm that's how I feel with Michael. But then you're wanting to talk to your father because what's going on with Willow. So I'm
right.
Make up your mind. But then you still tell Dex that we still got to take him down. It's the plan on. What?
Yes.
It drives me crazy.
And Sonny had done awful things before, but Michael never needed to take him down. It's just now he has to take him down. But again, as soon as he's having issues, he runs back to him. Well, it's ridiculous.
And he got custody of Avery. So, they've been
they've had
on
issues
before. Yeah. So it's not, it just doesn't seem, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's, I don't want to say beneath Michael, but this situation is beneath Michael. It's not something that we would have. Yeah, he is not happy that Sonny's with Nina, that he chose Nina over his family, all that. But to go to this extent of trying to take down his entire corporation, maybe it would have made more sense if he had done that, I don't know, when his brother was blown up. Maybe get angry about the mob then.
Right. Or when he shot your other brother?
Yeah, maybe that. But no, let's just get mad that Dad got a new girlfriend.
Basically.
And try to take down his business.
Right.
Now, granted.
Right, or when you got shot in the head and were in a coma because of his business. Maybe when you found out, when you remembered that. But yeah, this situation is very, it's really, this is what we're going to go with, that Nina is why he's going to take Sonny down.
Right.
Exactly. And then like it's the weird thing, like yes, it happened to son, but he don't care no more. Like y'all are more mad about it than the person who the victim.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
And I do get it because like she did cause him to grieve him for like almost a year until he popped back up.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, this is getting old. We need to move on to something else.
Or you know what? Actually, I don't know why we have not thought about this one before, considering that he runs Aurora, which is a media company, and Nina owns a magazine, which is a media company.
Right.
Why wouldn't he try to take her down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mad at Nina. Oh,
yeah.
Why didn't we think about that before?
Oh my, you're right. You know what's funny with soap operas? They be like, yeah, I run this company. But I'm like, we never see y'all working.
Right.
Like, I've been thinking about that. You know, they talk about like EOQ and like they wanted to vote Valentine out, but Valentine was like so good at his job. I was like, but we see none of this.
Yeah, yes.
So honestly, I don't really care for the company because I don't see them actively at work. Now, Carly with the Metro Court, I cared about that more because we see her there.
Right.
Like, you'll have her tablet doing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And we see Olivia there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I cared about that. Like, her losing the hotel to her stupidity. Like, that was just stupid.
Yeah.
and then them not knowing it's inside trading when, who was it? Alexa was like, no, that is the definition of inside trading. Like, I almost fell out.
Yep.
Like,
and didn't realize it for months later.
Right. And now they're going to hide it. Like everyone knew what happened, but now her and Drew have to be quiet so that they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They used to show more like in the ELQ boardroom back in the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was definitely more, it was, you know, with the AJ wanting to take over him versus Ned and all that. You know, that was interesting. Now it's just every few months it pops up as, okay, who's going to try to take over ELQ now?
Meeting happens in the Quartermaine living room. They don't even go to ELQ for the board meeting.
To be fair, I do sit on a board and we do have Zoom meetings now because of COVID. But prior, all meetings were held at the facility.
Right.
You know, you have to have quorum. You have to have enough people there to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. I know one question I wanted to ask y'all. Did y'all like what's his character name? Heinrich, Pete August. Did y'all like his character?
I think we love to hate him.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
He was a good enough. They definitely dragged out his death.
Yeah.
Way too long.
But I'm very satisfied with the way that he finally died. So it was kind of worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we met Wes Ramsey at the fan event, and that was in April. So it was only a few weeks after the character had actually died.
Okay.
And we told him, we're like, you were great at dying. Like, that was great.
Yeah.
He knows. How about you?
Yeah. I know. I love this character. The reason I asked, because I used to like see like fan comments, and I mean, like, it felt like they were like hating the actor, like it was going into that territory. I'm like, chill out. This show kind of like what happened with Nina's actress Cynthia Watros.
Cynthia, yes.
But one thing I loved about him, and I since I don't have any friends to talk about General Hospital with, I could never really tell nobody. And I noticed this when he would like talk with this like Shakespearean thing, and when he did it, I'm like, that's Heinrich. That's Heinrich. But when he does his like nice, like, hey Maxine, that's his Peter. Boy, it's like I was noticing that. So like the more I kept seeing that, I was like, he's a good actor. Like no one's seeing it. Like what he's doing.
I don't think I ever paid attention to that.
Yeah, I used to catch that because I was
when he was evil, he was Shakespearean, but when he was lovey, he was.
Yeah, like his voice would change.
Yeah. But I never noticed the connection of when it would. So there was a nice catch. Nice.
Thank you. Like I love that. I love this character. He was great. Like good villain.
Mm-hmm.
Though
they don't bring him back as another character. I mean, he's a good actor, but that's just. I feel like that one's going to be too hard if they do that.
Yeah. Like he had to like take a long time off before he come back to like be a whole nother character. Like
he can't do what Sarah Joy Brown did.
Yeah.
That would work. Yeah.
I totally agree.
Maybe come back as a doctor that saves everybody and the exact opposite because she came. Well, I mean, Claudia was more in the mob than Carly was, but I mean, they were still kind of both on the same side, but just further along.
I remember some scene I saw on YouTube. It was like her and Sonny was like doing a deal in like Puerto Rico, and they came in guns blazing against them, and she came in there with her guns speaking Spanish to them. I was like, oh, like she was cool, and who was trying to earn it now? Faith. I think her name was Faith.
Yes.
Oh, she was amazing.
So you're going to really enjoy a conversation that we've had with somebody. So this chat won't be out until, hold on. This week we're finishing Britt and Brad. And then on the 9th, we're going to release, we talked to Lydia Look, Miss Wu.
Oh.
And I
love Miss Wu.
We talked all about Faith and how awesome she is. So yours will be out on the 16th. So it'll be the week after that. So I feel comfortable. Just don't go posting on social media or anything that we did because we didn't tell anyone that we did. But, I mean, not like so many people are waiting for our spoilers, but because you mentioned Faith, I thought that I would let you know that is definitely a conversation that's happening. So
thank you.
Yeah.
I feel honored. But yeah, I love Miss Wu. She's just, it's like every time she show up, her outfit is always on point. Like she's killing it. And then she just commands the room, and I just love it.
Yes.
She's really good. Well, fun fact, I found this out. Brad, who plays her nephew, he's in real life, he's actually older than her.
Yep.
And I thought that was so interesting.
I think it's like 5 or 6 years, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it is possible. I graduated with 2 guys that were uncle and nephew because the uncle was the baby of 6 and the nephew was the firstborn of the oldest sibling in his family. So but yeah, it is weird when it's flipped like that. Well, and then, what's her name? Brianna Henry, who used to play Jordan Ashford, is only 3 years older than Taj Bello, who plays TJ. Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I think the current actress is not, she's not old enough to be his mom, but I think it's over a decade. So, more believable that way.
Okay.
I don't know.
Jordan, her character, like, I kind of feel like, what is she doing now? Like, I feel like she doesn't have a real storyline right now. Well, like, I guess technically she will when they do that wedding. Because I feel like she's going to be the one to, I object. I can't let you get married, Portia.
Yeah.
Because, Trina is Curtis' daughter.
Which she doesn't even know for sure, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe she'll do the whole, I'm going to steal DNA.
I was going to say, she needs to at least run a secret DNA test. Come on.
Yeah, you need to ask Carly on tips how to do that.
Maybe.
So,
yeah.
Currently, I got a question. What is your favorite storyline going on right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Probably the Anna Valentine, Lucy, all that conspiracy stuff behind the scenes. It's old school. It's the adventure. It's the old school.
And you love Valentine.
And I love Valentine. But I love Anna and Lucy just as much.
Yes.
But
like,
yeah.
I feel like lately they've really been using like their legends more, and I appreciate it so much.
Yes.
Because like those were the folks we grew up with.
Yeah. I like the other side too with Jocelyn and Dex, like the new beginnings and seeing this spark.
Because we need it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like the new
Spencer
Carly Jason.
Yeah.
I like them too. At first, when they did the recast, it took me a while to like Nicholas Chavez. But as time went on, I'm like, nah, I love it. He's good. He's good. And then he got the award. I was like, he deserved it.
Yeah. And it's hard to picture Nicholas Bechtel doing the things that this Spencer has done. And to be fair, we didn't get to see him do them, but I feel like we would all see, because he wasn't on screen. So it was different. We watched Robin grow up, but we watched Robin grow up. So we saw her go through all the different stages. We haven't had Spencer for years. So for him to suddenly come back and be that way, I feel would have been difficult to accept as the original.
Yeah.
But it was easier whenever you mentioned in your note that you like Jerry Jacks. you know, and like that whole the mental report.
So good.
But that Jerry Jacks, I don't know if you know this, he was a recast.
Yeah.
So if they had the original Jerry Jacks come back, I don't feel like that Mr. Craig storyline would have fit that actor. So it's I like recast whenever it's things like that, you know, when it's they're really taking a shift with the character.
Yeah, man, Jared, the Metro Court Hotel storyline, I remember like it came on regular TV. I would catch bits and pieces. And then maybe like 2010, 2011, there was like this whole YouTube playlist. And I mean, I stayed up watching that entire storyline. It was so good. Like I like storylines. That's why when they like have a huge event that involves a lot of characters in the same storyline. Like I really like that. Cause I think now it's more like Anna and Valentine, they're over here, and then Sonny and Nina and Carly and them right here, and then Portia and all, you know, they're right here. Like they see how they like box them off and separate them. So I do like how like that storyline was going on. Like I miss those big events.
Yeah, just wasn't cool when they killed like all the Quartermaines.
Yeah,
because of it. You know. But no, you're right. Because I mean, that was a cool storyline. Is that your favorite storyline like ever?
Honestly, probably. Because you know, I was watching like bits and pieces when I was younger. But like some of the younger storylines I remember, at least when I was younger, like Helena, I think she had the Ice Princess and she was like mind controlling Lucky.
Yes.
Like, I remember randomly seeing that. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
And then he eventually like, I don't know, he broke out of it or he was faking it or somehow he got out of it. He broke the spell on him and Helena was like, what? Like, I do remember that like weirdness. It was like, dang, Helena was wild. Like, she was hot wild. I remember her will reading and she gave Alexis the knife she used to kill her mother. I was like,
oh, I know. That's next level. I mean, that
is evil.
Yes.
But when I think about storylines, I was like random things since I wasn't able to like watch consistently really until now. Like growing up, I remember Maxie's sister Georgie, like that team scene with Lulu and Dylan. I remember all of them. I still believe they should never kill off Georgie. I was pissed off about that.
Yeah,
I liked her. And I'm trying to think of other good storylines. So many random ones. Of course, Sonny does always get good storyline with the mob stuff. I did like the stuff with Cyrus that he was doing. And when like Sonny was gone, you remember Carly had to sit in on that meeting?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. Yes.
So do you think, oh, sorry.
I was going to say that could have been a storyline of her running the mob. But no, they brought back Sonny.
Right. Do you think that Cyrus has actually changed or he's just pretending?
I think it's like a half and half. Like, because I mean, he was still doing terrible stuff. So I feel like he did find some change, but he could revert back to his old ways like really easy. Kind of like how he was talking to Victor. I was like, oh, because like when they was talking to each other, I was like, oh, Victor, Cyrus, okay. Like, this is going to be good. So yeah, I think he has changed, but he can still switch. It's like a switch in his head, I guess.
I don't think he's changed. Shannon thinks he's changed. I don't think he's changed.
We have to put on the... We need to have this like as the who's going to be right. Is Cyrus changed or not?
Oh, there you
go. I'm going to add that to our document right now as we talk real quick so I don't forget.
Yes.
I think he's totally just pretending. Nope.
And it's funny with soap operas too. Like you forget like who's related to who as you are. Because I kind of forgot. I don't know how, but I forgot that Cyrus is related to Spencer because he's Laura's brother. So when he was talking to him, I was like, "Why he showing his interest? Oh crap, that's his nephew as well." It's you know Spencer, like, oh, I ain't got no family. I'm like, you got Sonny, you got Uncle Martin, like you got a big family. You got Alexis and the Davis girls. You know, like I actually enjoyed that Christmas when he was with them.
That was very nice. Yeah,
that was great. I do like when Alexis kind of like, not say embrace, but like she talks more to like her Cassadine side of the family. I do like that. and she was talking to him and helping Nicholas out and in her random run-ins with Victor. Like, I do like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what Spencer needs right now. I mean, it was great to hear him say, how did you make this work? You're a Cassadine basically just as much as I am, but you're here. You have your own little life. You're not entwined unless whenever we call you and ask you for legal stuff and you remind us that you're not an attorney anymore.
How many times she said that?
I love that.
We need to send her a shirt. I'm not an attorney.
Yeah. Oh my God. When Nicholas told her that he followed his baby, she went like, that was so perfect. I was like, that's great.
Everyone's reactions have been so appropriate. No one's like, oh, that's nice.
Right.
Yeah. Diane was killing me too. She was like, you're just a sibling. Wait.
So I was like, no.
Like, that's gonna be crazy. So, did we ever see Neil's body?
We just had this whole conversation because Chase said that he was going to identify it, but he never came back and said that he did. He said that it had been identified and that he was going to verify, but I could not find any footage of where he said yes.
Right. Yes. And we never saw it as, the audience. We never saw her body.
Okay. Because I was thinking Nina put the marker there just to have somewhere to go in Greece.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, when they said that Nina couldn't be the match or whatever for the donor, I'm like, is Neil going to pop up randomly? I'm like, why would Neil help them? Like, it took her baby.
Right. Even if Nell popped up, she'd be like, I have what you need. I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to die then. I'll get my child.
Exactly.
No.
But you know what? I thought about this today. So Nina and Nathan, or as she called him, Jay, they grew up as brother and sister, but they were actually cousins. So it's funny that Willow, who is daughter of Nina, is raising her nephew as her son. So I'm like, in this family, they just never going to have the relationship they're supposed to have. So I was like, okay, that makes sense why this is happening.
Yeah, that's a good catch. Like, I knew that, but I hadn't put it all together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought about that today randomly. Like, this is what I do randomly. It's some random GA's thought will just come in my head. And I'm like,
you listen to our show, we understand that. Right?
Yes. Glad I found y'all show because it was just random. I was like, I wonder there's a podcast from General Hospital. And then I listened to some other ones, but I just didn't like it, how they was doing it. But then I found yours with the recap and then doing the reality check. I think that is a great way, how y'all do that. How y'all separate, talking about the show and then here's some real life stuff. So now I'm like, I actually know these ladies. Like, that's what I be thinking when I be listening to it. Like, I really wonder how their children doing now. Like, for real, because I listen every week. So,
yeah. That is
so I think it's been really cool.
Yeah.
It's been really great.
I was just joking before we signed on. I was like, we should get a sign that just says, this is the couch. We've had some people say, oh, you really do just sit on the couch? Like, yeah, we just sit on the couch and talk to each other. Like, this is how we do it.
That's awesome. Because I'm used to other podcasts, in the studio with the headphones and the mic. Like, I like this. This is more organic.
Yep. We've been looking into better mics just because technical stuff. And my couch has the reclining seats. So it would be nice for us to just sit, across from each other, reclining, but it's still going to be on the couch.
Right.
And when we do interviews, it's still going to be like this. So, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Until we make it one day.
I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
You know what? Honestly, y'all kind of motivated me because I realized podcast is any topic you can talk about. And I'm like, I found this on General Hospital. So it's like, if I want to do my own podcast or whatever, I can do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just gotta find time.
Yeah. The key is definitely being consistent. And I would say having a general plan, but more importantly, being consistent. So if you're only going to release, there's podcasts I listen to, they only release, the first Monday of the month, but they release the first Monday of the month every month. You can't really do, and I think that's where a lot go, is they do good for 2 months. And then they're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Or, it's not as easy as it sounds, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if you're working with somebody else, because you have to coordinate the schedule and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we just need to find a topic for you. Okay.
Yeah. What are you thinking for topics?
For topics?
Yeah.
I told you
it's on you now.
Oh my God.
You don't have to come up with something right now. But
I just thought maybe you had a couple ideas. Like I come up with new ones for Shannon to do almost every week. So
I've had another one in my head since we pretty much started this. And I just logistically know. I'm like, no, I can't really do that. But I feel like it's something I could do. Bank a whole bunch of episodes and release them twice a month or something.
Yeah.
But I'd have to sit down and bank a bunch of episodes and do the research to do them. So
honestly,
keeps me this.
I was gonna say, honestly, you kind of got one with like how you doing Brad and Britt's friendship. I think you could do some couple of other people's friendships.
Yeah.
We are so upset that they don't have the friendships on like written up.
Right?
Yeah.
We have all the romances are written up most of the time, but not really the friendships.
And even the YouTubes, it's hard to find clips that are about just the friendships on YouTube.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I gotta let y'all know. I work as a tax accountant. So we're working crazy hours. So that's why I didn't really think of other stuff to do with the interview other than I knew it was happening at one.
It's honestly, it's kind of better whenever you're not like so super prepared. That's why we have a couple questions as part of the fan spotlight, tell us about your grandma, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And that way it gives us a few things to just start on. And then, we wound up talking to the guy that played Elijah about his cat.
Right.
It
goes where it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember him. He was the guy in what's the little city?
Nixon Falls.
Nixon Falls, yeah. Oh, his character was annoying though. I was worried if he didn't get off screen. That story, like the whole Nixon Falls stuff, I like Phyllis and Lenny, but everything else I didn't really care for.
Yeah.
And now they don't even show Phyllis a whole lot.
Yeah.
Notice that.
Sonny demoted his own daughter to give the restaurant to Phyllis, and she's not even there.
Nope. Unless when they need her for something related to Nina.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, which one of y'all? I forgot which one of y'all can't stand Nina.
That's me. I hate Nina.
Okay.
I hate Nina
all the time.
I try. I really do try to find a little bit of something that's good in her, and then she ruins it immediately. Right? Exactly. Have you watched this past week? Are you caught up?
Yeah.
Okay. So this week she was crying that she wasn't the match and she's so upset, and I was like, oh my God, she really cares about Willow. That's so nice. And then she opened her mouth and was like, I can't stand to lose another child. And I was like, again, it's all about you. I can't.
Yeah, when she was talking to Ava, she was like, I'm not gonna be able to have a relationship with my daughter because of Carly. Right. And I was like, oh, you're doing it again.
Yep. Exactly.
She did bring up, I guess we never really got along after, we had an issue with her as Charlotte's teacher.
Yeah, but she's hated her forever.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's one of the wildest, when you find out you're the child of someone, but y'all been hating each other for so long. I can't think of another family relationship like that. Usually the person come in. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh,
yeah. But they took a long time to come around. And whew.
Right. Nina wanted it to be instant. She was like, I'll pick up Wiley next week for our visitation.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
We have the Mother's Day brunch together,
right, yeah.
Is it your house or at mine?
Yes, you're right. It was a whole switch. She's so silly. Willow's so selfish. And Mike until I gotta save my baby.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. That's how it
even
was.
That, she wasn't like, oh, I'm here to save you because you're my daughter. She was like, I have the key to save you. You should be so grateful.
Why would you say that?
She chooses. Yep.
Yeah. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. So. Did you like Nina before the recast? Or you still didn't like her?
No, it's not like, I mean, again, I don't like change, so it took me a while to get used to the new actress because that's like always a thing. But I didn't like the stuff that Nina was doing before, but she had a little bit of redeeming qualities then. Like they talked up all the bad
fresh
stuff.
out of the coma then.
Yeah.
And off LSD.
Yeah. Right. All the bad stuff
this one
they kind of explained away. It was like Franco with his tumor. When I had the tumor, I killed people. Tumor's gone. Now I'm not killing anyone. Okay, that makes sense. But the storyline with Nina and Willow is just like, she's just dumb and selfish for no reason other than she's dumb and selfish.
Because that didn't start with Michelle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be happy no matter who played it.
And I think a lot of it came from she finally had the chance to be a mother to Charlotte, and she was being way overprotective of, not all people like your kid. I mean, that's, and the teachers don't have to bend over backwards because you think that they should. Right. They still have to follow the rules.
Right. And Charlotte's being bad. That's why she's getting in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Who's your favorite character?
As of now, I love me some Ava.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing.
I love some Ava. I love when she was like, I want Spoon Island in the divorce. And like that one random moment, like Sonny showed up and she's like, well, I'm going to get what I want. He's like, go ahead. I was like, you're friends now? I guess when you don't like Nicholas, you can bring people together. But yeah, I love Ava. I honestly, I want her to take it all because Nicholas, I don't know if they're doing character assassination. Because I don't watch him in like the late 90s and early 2000s too much. So I knew he was a dark character, but like these decisions, I'm like, you're just horrible. Like how he was talking to Liz's mom, and I know like Nicholas was there more. He was like, I need you to come save your daughter. And then he's like, you're going to do this or else. Like, it was this weird, like, you made her come down here. You lied to her, and now you blackmail her.
Right.
Like, it was a little too much. I'm like, what is this man doing?
Each Nicholas actor has done their own take of the character. So I don't feel like any of them have ever really tried to recreate the original or continue the original. And I think that Marcus was probably the closest, but his own. So it's because I don't feel like the second one, I don't feel like he was dark. And you need that darkness if you're having a Cassadine, doing all this stuff. It was great. He loved Gia, blah, 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 blah. But it just didn't seem. Oh, I would love for Spencer and Trina to start talking about the fact that his dad dated her aunt.
Yeah.
And bring Gia back.
That would be nice.
That would.
Yeah, she ain't.
No.
But yeah, like
probably not.
These decisions Nicholas been making, I'm just like, bro, are you okay? What is wrong with you?
Well, Marcus talked a little bit about that with us because he's like, he has the good heart and intentions, but he's not doing it right.
No, he goes about it the wrong way.
Right. There's no heart and good intention whenever you're hooking up with your son's ex-girlfriend.
Or pretending to stab your son in the stomach.
Right.
Like that's kind of a.
We all make parenting mistakes, but no.
You don't traumatize your kid and like what is he doing? Oh my God, when him and Esme got together, I had fast forward. I skipped all of it. I was like, yeah.
And the replays that they did was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes. Every time the flash, I'm just skip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just keep showing him putting down the glass? We all knew what happened.
Right.
Exactly.
If that's where we're going to go, if we're watching him remember, then watch him remembering putting down the glass because that was the last thing that he did before the moment. We don't need to keep seeing that.
Yeah. Like that was, I did not like that. Because even though I was like, I know she's of age, obviously, but even still, I was just like,
there's still a yucky factor.
Yuck. Yeah, it was like just yuck. Oh my gosh. How do y'all feel about Victor Cassadine? like for me, I like the actor, like how he delivers the scenes, all that stuff. But I'm like, for storyline purposes, like, what are you doing? Like, he keeps saying, I gotta protect the family. my family's gonna be in a good position after this. I'm like, vague. Speed this storyline up. What's going on?
Right. They need to give him a little more. I don't know that's more lines, but I guess his lines of more substance, because you want to hear what he's going to do. You want to understand, but he just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. And you're like, okay, you've been doing this for 6 months now. Can you just give a little tiny inkling of what you're doing? How, like, what the point of all this is other than money or whatever. So
I almost feel like I would have rather they had just created a new Cassadine.
You're right.
You know,
it's long lost somebody or other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I didn't wait, because he only was on there for like, what, 2012 or 13? Like, Victor, the character?
He was on, we just did a recap of it. We really need to start paying attention to ourselves. Pay attention to ourselves. I like that.
Because I did see when, like, Liesl shot him and left him to, like, die in the building on fire. I remember that.
He had been around before that because he's who paid for Ava to get her face fixed.
Oh.
Right? We're going to go to Google real quick.
Hey, Google has the answer to everything. So.
Seriously. Because I don't think he was part of the original Ice Princess. He wasn't. Oh, no. 1980. Yeah. So 1981, he was in the original Ice Princess.
Oh, okay.
And then 2014, 2020, and 21. So 14 would have been when he saved Ava's face. But then that also would have been the same time that Liesl shot him.
Oh, okay. I love her too, Lisa.
Oh, my gosh.
Especially when she first came. Like, when she performed at the nurses' ball. Like, oh, that was great. Like, I like her character too.
Yeah. She needs to get involved in hating the Cassadine some so that someone comes back. She's getting too nice.
Yeah.
She almost killed Esme. I feel like she still has it in her. I mean, that
she regressing back.
Now that is a good thing that Nina has done. Nina stopped Liesl from doing that, and she kept it all about Liesl not doing it.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with Nina.
I don't know. Are you sure somewhere in there it wasn't the line like, you can't go to jail because what would I do without you?
Okay, if she comes back and says, remember when I stopped you from killing Esme, you owe everything to me, then we can retroactively.
Okay.
But at the time.
Okay, I'm not ready to admit defeat yet. Okay. I'm waiting for her to make that about her too.
Oh, real quick for anyone else listening, we are recording on January 29th. So if any of this stuff has happened by the time this is released, we've watched it. But we claimed it on the 29th of January.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. But now I kind of want to see Liesl interact with Willow more, because like that would be her great niece. I think that's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
Since Nina is her niece,
right.
Like I do want to see that.
So what?
Like I also hate when like
tested.
I think that's common.
Yeah.
Bring that up.
Well, now it doesn't matter because we're doing the cord blood, and that's okay. So.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some other things I like. Okay, so Drew on General Hospital. This Drew. Well, it's like I like him because he's Cameron Matheson, and I watched him on All My Children. But like, I feel like he doesn't have no real stories. So, like, yay, you're back. Especially once Jason got killed off, it's like, well, what are you doing now? Because I was ready to see them like bond as brothers again. In a more positive way, but then we know what happened with that. Jason's buried on the rocks.
Right.
He can come back at any time.
Anytime. But yeah, and I was loving the relationship with him and Britt. And they were on the run together. That was beautiful.
That was.
Like, I really like that. And then, everything went down. But like Drew, I'm just like, and it was weird. He was like, oh, Carly, you lied to me. I don't know if I could trust you. And then 20 minutes later, they're in bed together.
Yes. We just had this fight. We just had the...
No.
No, you agreed with me on this one. You agreed with me on this one.
I said he didn't have to hold the grudge forever, but he didn't need to be in bed with her 20 minutes later either. It could have been like, we'll work on this and see where we end up,
Even Monday to Friday, though, I feel like would have been a stretch. But exactly, to have it 20 minutes later, he's griping to Olivia, basically ready to tell her. And then 20 minutes later, he's like, yeah, Carly, let's get it on. I mean, maybe it's just been a while. So he was just like,
That is true. No, he was trapped on that island.
First time, wasn't it?
That was the first
So,
time.
I mean,
It was?
I think so.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, because he wanted Sam, but Sam had moved on to Dante, so that wasn't happening.
Right.
And him and Carly just kept looking at each other funny. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, we got to stay away from each other. And then y'all stare at each other across the room. Like, and then everyone sees it. Like, they know you're talking to each other. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
It's like, just give up. Just go get together finally.
Right. Like, address the elephant in the room. Everyone knows that it's happening anyway. They're just not saying anything. But yeah, there's no hiding the googly eyes. So
none at all.
Yeah.
But then also the crazy thing is, like, while Carly is having the best time of her life right now, at the same time, Willow is getting the worst news at this time. I was like, dang, geez, you gotta have to do it like that. She's finding out Nina can't, donate. She's crying and sad, and Carly is in heaven with truth. I was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Like, the juxtaposition of that was just cracking me up.
I really wasn't thinking about that either. Like, they both have that emotional attachment to what's going on with the reason for the lie. At what point, I mean, I wasn't okay. I thought it was too fast regardless of what it was lying about, but you're exactly right. They decided to ease each other's pain, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Wiley was up at the main house having a sleepover. Right. They didn't have anything else to do for the night. So
nope. Nope.
Maybe Drew should have gotten tested at some point. Why didn't he get tested the day that he found out? Louise.
There were so many people that you would have thought would have got tested. Even if the chances were low, you still test everyone.
Michael even got tested.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I understood the whole, I don't want to tell no one because they're going to view me different as I'm sick. But I'm like, that's still a dumb decision.
Yeah.
When you literally, y'all with the richest family, they can do the donation drives or whatever they got to do. Like, take advantage of your resources, Willow.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it was like once she said she didn't want that like town-wise search done, no one was getting tested. It made no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Even the doctors, you think they could get tested?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Anyone can get tested.
I was just thinking about something too. You remember when they kept saying, hey, we found a match, but they didn't know they were sick or something?
Yeah.
I was thinking, were they talking about Britt since she is related to Willow? It was just some random person. They never said her name. I thought it was
Britt at first too, but they just said that the doctor wouldn't approve it. They didn't say that they died.
Okay.
But again, why did we tell Willow that was even a possibility before the doctor
cleared the donor?
Is there simple things that, like, if you got a tattoo in the past year, you cannot be a donor anymore? That's a simple phone call. Have you gotten a tattoo in the past year? Yes. Oh, well, then you can't donate. So we're not going to tell that person that if you hadn't gotten that little heart tattoo, it would have been fine.
Right.
Because that's not fair. That's not fair to either person.
Yeah.
That's not, oh my gosh.
You're right. Like, doctors should definitely know that. Like, for instance, I'm on the medication Accutane for my skin, but with that medication, I can't donate blood either. So I would know that, and the person would know that. No, you can't donate.
Right. You're not going to offer to give someone blood when you know you can't.
Right. Exactly. So that's interesting. But when Britt died, I legit shed some tears. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch her first run, so I've been enjoying the podcast on their friendship. But watching her when she came back and how she rehabilitated her image, I was like, I'm loving Britt. And Britt is just an awesome character in general. Yeah. And then they did the video. I was like, oh dang, she's definitely dying. I just thought she was gonna die off screen, not from the stupid hook. And then all that happened and then she decided to come back to stay in town, and then I was like, oh my god, no. I knew she was leaving for the other show, but I thought she'll do those episodes, maybe pop back in.
Right. They could have had her leave like she was supposed to, and then she would have come back 2 years from now and said, oh, they found a medicine that makes it bearable or something. Once they killed her, I was sad.
I think that was the actress's request, though. I feel like that was I mean, I don't think that they necessarily asked them permission to kill their character off, but I do. I feel like that was, I think it was, especially with how it was done for her exit. I really do. Because what she shared that, I mean, she's been doing a long distance, like international long distance relationship for over a year. Right. You know, she has a new job. So, I mean, or she's going back to the other show, whatever. Right. Good for her. You know, she's like, this was amazing. I learned a lot. And
I mean, it would be an honor to have them kill your character, knowing that they can never replace you then.
If they asked you permission to do it and have you be part of the conversation, like they should never have killed Luke. He's not dead. So
no, he's not dead. He's not dead.
Where did they think any of us were going to believe that?
Right, especially in such a stupid accident. It's Luke. He has survived how many crazy attempts on his life, and he fell from a cable car, and now he's dead.
Right.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that made no sense. And then it's like, what, the 60th anniversary this year? Like, he better pop up. Dang it. If we can still bring in Helena.
right.
We still haven't finished our video.
Right. We never finished the video that Helena sent.
How much of everything that happened in the past year could have been avoided if they had just gone back and watched the video?
Right.
I was so mad when Laura unplugged it. Cut it off. I was like, what are you doing? No.
Yes.
You need to hear this.
That. Your enemy sends you like this perfect package of information. You're like, nah, not going to listen to it.
Exactly. She probably could explain what Victor was doing. Like, she could just drop everything. Like, okay, here's the plan. This is what's happening. I'm going to destroy your lives again.
Right.
I was ready to hear all of it.
Maybe she was conceding because she said, if you're watching this, I died first. So blah, 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 blah. Or was it that or was the video saying that Luke finally died? So this is my video, like, so that I get the last word. I don't know.
I think it was Luke finally died. So that's my last word. But again, last words. Let's listen to it. Let's hear what is next in store.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's going to end with her and Luke on the beach with Mai Tais. And that's what they've been doing, you know? So like, here's the surprise.
Ultimate plot twist. Because they were like sworn enemies so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you got? Let's jump to Dex and Jocelyn and Cameron. I felt so bad for Cameron the whole time. I was like, if you don't tell this man that you basically fell in love with another man.
Right.
And man, he walked in and saw, I was like, oh, that's all my face could do was just, oh, this ain't going to be good. But Cameron acted his butt off. That's probably the best acting I think I've seen from him in a long time.
Yeah. That was so good.
Mm-hmm. Like, as I was watching, I'm like, he trying to get that in me. That was a good scene.
That was.
I wonder if it helped, though. Rumor was that they had dated in real life at some point in time.
Yeah.
And then broke up. So I wonder if he was like channeling some of that like emotion from back then.
Yeah, but they I don't know. I don't know what they're, because I think that it was a rumor that they were dating, but they also could have just been friends and that would have just been a rumor. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been just, all right, we shouldn't be dating because we're working together. But you're right. I mean, or maybe he's gone through a breakup or.
Right. I mean, you could channel that from any breakup. It didn't necessarily have to be from her just to bring that emotion. But yeah, he did awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like they're trying to make, I think I said it earlier, like Carly and like Jocelyn is like Carly and then Dex is like Jason.
Yes.
So I was thinking like when he tried to kill the Hook and I was like, you ain't no Jason. Jason would kill that person.
Absolutely. He would have been confident in his shot, taking it, and it would have been done. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, no, Jason was stone cold as
day one he would have. There would have been no training period. There would have been
right. Yeah, Sonny's like, I think you need more practice with your gun. And I was like, seriously, how much you did practice? When did you ever see Jason at the shooting range? Give me a break.
Never. All the
this
people
is going to
he
be
shot.
A good scene, though. They have the shooting range, so maybe Dex will go to the shooting range, and who else will be there? Someone else will be there, and something will get found out. I don't know. I didn't write a very good scene.
No, that wasn't your best writing.
There's a lot of someones there, but
Okay.
you know that they have the shooting range because that's where we saw Anna and Laura and Ava went to the shooting range.
That was great. that was great.
Yes.
I think about it. I was like, Ava, keep a gun on her in her purse. Like, you're not going to catch her slipping. Yep. Speaking of dicks, okay, I've realized this lately. Every new character GH brings in, they're related to somebody from the past or currently on the show. So do y'all think Dex has some sort of relationship with Sonny? Because to me, he's too invested to take him down for it to just be a job, you know?
Yeah.
Because he was like, Sonny is a bad. There's like months ago, he was like going off about it. He was like, Sonny is a very bad man. We got to get him off the street. It was something. I was like, if it was just a job, I don't think you'd feel that strongly. It'd be like, do I get my pay? Okay.
Right. So, and now he's really looking out for him with this whole Pikeman security group because he's actually trying to talk Michael out of it.
Mm-hmm. Or even if it's not like family relationship, it's like Sonny did something in the past to like Dex's father or something.
Yes, that's what I would bet.
Maybe
uncle, mother, or something.
Oh my gosh. Maybe he's Faith's son.
He's a blonde. He's like, what, 25 years old? 26, 25, something like that. I feel like he said age. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could
probably make me so happy.
Well, because Faith joined because Sonny killed her husband.
Right.
And then, so maybe now he's coming to avenge his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she died in... It's really 2002? No, she started in 2002. Last appeared October 3rd, 2005.
Yeah, that could definitely be her son then.
Yep. Had him before she came on board or came on screen.
Yeah.
Yep. Or even around the same time, you know, but yeah.
They age people up all the time. They can give them a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got to be something because, like, he's not just no random new guy. I mean, like, they brought in Cody. And then, you know, turns out he's related to Mac biologically, and then he's a Bale.
Right.
So,
to me, Cody's a waste of a character, like, for real. I just don't care for him right now. I do not care for him right now. Hopefully.
Give him something.
Something. And my thing is, like, why not tell Mac? Like, you clearly be trying to hang out with the man, but you don't want to tell him you're his son? Like, I don't know. I guess he's one of those Jews. From Brit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not like he pops up. I'm like, okay, I kind of fast forward this. To be honest.
Because we went and did the recap on Dominique then because he came.
Mm-hmm.
And that was such a good storyline. And I know we all know this, but like that math does not add up in the slightest bit.
No.
But I personally don't like that they're doing that to Mac because he has been such an amazing father to the girls. And it shouldn't matter if he has his own blood. And he's always, always, always said that. And I feel like that is okay that they should have kept that for him. And now he's going to feel guilty for having missed out on all these years.
Yeah.
So like that I feel bad about. Like it's just...
And they like made him feel bad about it because he was fine with it. And then it was a couple months ago that they were talking, like Felicia and him were talking about having a baby. And then they were both like, well, to other people, I don't really want a baby at this point. I don't need a child.
I get an AARP discount for the daycare.
No, I don't think that's a thing.
Exactly.
So, yeah, they said he didn't need a kid of his own biologically, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, here's a kid biologically, just to start feeling bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was just weird, like all of that. Yeah, you're right, because like you said, Mac always loved his two girls and Robin. So yeah, he loved them all like his children. So yeah, they didn't really need to. Okay, we have to give you a biological child now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because families are not just all biological. You know?
No, right. No, but exactly.
It's funny because you've shown a good example of that in Mac.
Yes, exactly. Don't erase that.
Yeah.
And you're trying to go back on that.
I do like that Cody is at least experiencing Mac liking him without knowing that he's his son.
And maybe that's how they're trying to play it. Like even this week, looking, and Felicia's like, "Why do you still care?" Which, okay, Felicia, you didn't raise your own daughter, so maybe you don't get it. But you can care about somebody. It's okay to show that they're going to build a relationship without him knowing that he's the dad, to reinforce that Mac doesn't need that biological tie.
Yeah.
Let's hope it goes.
I want to know what he has on Dante, though. Like, that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Because
I hope they don't drop that.
My theory is Dante did something, Cody took the blame for it, and it would have totally changed Dante's future if it had been found out that Dante had really done it. But instead, Tony on the show, Cody has taken the blame for it, and his entire life has been a struggle since then. Well, I mean, it sounds like they both had rough childhoods, you know, like they both were up to a little mischief. But Cody is essentially paid for Dante's problem or whatever, you know? So, and I don't know if it's because Olivia was the single mom and Cody came from the Bell family. So, I mean, but they were the servants to Dominique's family.
Right. It wasn't like they had money either. So
who knows?
Yeah. I hope they don't like just completely drop that and forget about it. I feel like that's where it's kind of going. Or like he, you know, said that and then we just moved on from it. But yeah,
I feel like Sam knows that, but maybe Mac will find out that secret and then go to Cody and be like, "Here, let me help you." And for once, someone might be disappointed in Dante because he's like the golden boy for everybody.
Yeah. Speaking of Dante, what's up with him? Adam, my father is a mobster. I can't deal with this no more. I'm like, you know this for like 12, 13 years.
You literally came to Port Charles to investigate him and be part of his mob.
And they don't put me in that position anymore. Stop talking to him then about certain like investigations that he won't know that.
Sonny called him out on it and he's like, "Have you ever not arrested me when you were supposed to?" And he's like, "No." Like, all right, then you're good. Right, you know.
Exactly. Well, just accept you're not a 100% good cop because you don't want to take down your father, who's the worst kept secret is a known monster. Right. Everyone knows.
So, what do you think Sonny really deals in?
Coffee.
I love how serious you got the dead face on. You're like,
because I love when
running tally of this, asking people what they think that they.
I know it's not drugs because he doesn't do that,
right?
But he doesn't necessarily do guns either. Like, then like what? I don't know. It really could. Honestly, as we joke about it, could legit be coffee because I guess he get his guns just buy from some random person, like because I don't see him like shipping it through the docks, but they always mention the docks, so of course.
Yeah.
But I always like when they bring it up and he's like, "I'm just a coffee importer. I don't know what you're talking about." Like I do like that.
I wonder if there's actually an answer or if it's just we're probably gonna have to wait like another 30 years to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be after Sonny has passed.
And
it'll come out at his funeral. Like, no, it's just been coffee this entire time. People hated me, and I can just make a really nice cup of coffee.
Exactly. Like Corinthos coffee.
Yeah.
I do wish that they did not kill off Morgan. I wish they just like recasted him because I'm thinking about this storyline he's in. You know how Mike was all pissed? And like it'd be interesting if Morgan was here around it since he is like the biological child of both of them. You know, Donna's just a little girl, so can't count her. But I just thought about that. It'd be interesting to see like how Morgan would feel about all of this. That should be in both of their children, child.
Yeah.
I remember years they used to like those stupid rumors you come out, man, Morgan coming back. Like, I will see it when it happens.
Right. Those rumors come out like every 6 months, I swear.
As soon as like a show that he's on ended or, you know, he left it or whatever. Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like if they somehow brought that character back, then they're probably just recast. Because it seemed like he's okay doing whatever shows he's doing. It's been so long. And he was the one that inherited the bipolar. I'm like, there's so many good storylines could have been done, but y'all killed him off.
Yeah.
I will.
And it happened because he was in. I mean, Ava withheld his medication. Again, so why is Sonny high-fiving her? For the sake of Avery, I know, but still.
Right, but that's a weird setup. We have Sonny, Nina, and Ava standing in the same room, and you're like, okay, Nina, cut your baby out of your stomach, your baby that you have with him, and meanwhile,
we never brought Sonny into that conversation. Yeah.
Like, how are you all hanging out? I'm sorry.
Oh my God, you're so right.
We have talked so much about Nina and Ava having that, but we have never talked about the fact that Sonny is with the woman who it could have gone very, very badly what she did with forcing Ava to have Avery.
Yeah.
I know that. It's one of those things like you know it, but you just don't ever. It's never come out in that conversation whenever we've talked about the problem with Sonny and Nina. Yeah. That just added another.
That's another layer.
Yeah.
Layer. Right. Whoa, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
Like,
oh no,
three of them in that room. Like what?
No, but I was just thinking, like, you're right. It's a shame that Morgan died during an episode, even though he thought he was managing his bipolar.
Yeah,
but he wasn't. But then he wound up dying. Like he wasn't a manic episode, right? When he was driving the car. But then, so I mean, that's horrible because that's. I don't think that happens too often.
So like that, I definitely understood why like they hated Ava's entire being. Right. Like that, I was like, as much as I would love for them to get on a level ground with each other, like you are the reason their child died. They're gonna hate you. But yeah, it's interesting seeing how they like because of Avery, kind of like lessened the tension. Yeah, they just try to avoid each other, only see each other when they have to.
And that's what you should do around the kid because it's not the kid's fault for all that stuff that they've done. But exactly behind closed doors. I mean,
we're not high-fiving each other.
Exactly. Like I said, it gives me you hate Nicholas enough.
But do you know what though? I think Sonny might understand though because of his own bipolar. Because when Nina did that, she was not of sound mind. Like she was having her own struggles because then she wound up going to Shady Brook or something, right? Like she went to one of the. So I mean, that's when she was struggling with everything. So I think that Sonny maybe they should talk about that. And he'll be like, I remember when that happened. I know that I've had my own, episodes. But it should be addressed. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Speaking
of being addressed, this whole Marshall situation, I'm like, just find out if you got both. You probably don't have bipolar, but find out if you do or don't. Like, get more confirmation. Like, because I'm getting tired of the story.
Yeah.
Like, I really have.
Right. That's another one that they just say the same 3 lines over and over again. You should get tested. I don't want to get tested. Why don't you get tested? I don't want to. Okay, it's an argument. We won't talk about it for another 3 days.
This could change your entire reason that you left your family. Oh, okay, I should be okay with that? Yeah. Like they were so shocked whenever he was devastated by that suggestion. And I mean, if you grew up your entire life thinking that you were, I don't know, like allergic to eggs, and then you found out that it was a lie, and then you missed out on all these eggs. Okay, eggs is a horrible example. Chocolate. We'll go with chocolate.
Oh, that's a good example.
So if you grew up thinking that you were allergic to chocolate, and then you accidentally had some one time, and you're like, I'm not dead. You missed out on all those birthday cakes, and it's so not the same thing as him leaving his family. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to diminish it down to that, but I mean that's your identity. That's something that you've adjusted your life for. And it's not going to be so simple for him to just find out, oh, okay, that's great. I'm not. It's.
Yeah. But I definitely don't expect his reaction to be like, oh, cool. But I definitely just get the test. But we know, like, Portia just wants the test for herself.
Right. But it sounds like Portia expects him to be like, oh, so you're telling me that I could have not had it this whole time? Great, let's go. And I don't know what she was thinking, suggesting that to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
in which she thought that he was going to react. So, or be surprised by his.
Right. She would be better going the different line. Like Curtis and I are talking about having kids. Yes, we wanted Curtis tested, but it would be better to go one step further and actually figure out, are you schizophrenic or what do you have, right, to know for our child without saying, oh, the child's actually Trina, because I just lied to everyone for 19, 20 years.
Yep.
See, I thought they were going to like somehow like Trina starts to exhibit some symptoms, because I mean she was under a lot of stress during that trial.
Yeah.
So if something would have came out of that, I would have been okay with that, because like stressful situations, I feel like they do bring up certain conditions and stuff.
Right.
Like I use myself for example. I have a skin condition called HS. It's called hidradenitis suppurativa, and it did not come into play until after my grandmother passed, and all the stress from that. And then it was like, boom. So it's like this skin thing with it like bumps and lumps under your armpits or whatever. You can lick it up. It's gross though. But I've accepted it now. I've been going to dermatologists and all that. So I can like make fun of it because I'm good. But anyway, like, so I can see like if something were to happen during that time period, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Signs. So Curtis, you're clearly the father and Marcy's clearly the grandfather. But, you know, they never went that route. So... And when it come out, oh my God, Trina is gonna like rip into her mom. I see that.
That is gonna be
and so is Taggart. He's gonna be so mad. He's so protective of his baby girl. He's gonna flip.
It's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, that is not gonna be pretty.
It is not, and I feel like it's gonna happen on the wedding. Like I feel like because you know it's a soap opera. It's a soap opera. When else would the big secret come out? Weddings.
Yep.
Like when Liesl and Valentine crashed Maxie and Peter's wedding. I was all here for it. I was like, yes, do not marry this man. And I love him as a character, but with all the terrible things he done, I was like, Maxie cannot get married to this man. And then they finally came through with all the evidence. Oh, it was beautiful.
So who do you want to see Maxie with?
I just get back with Spinelli. That's where it's leading that direction. Her and Austin, that just did not work. No, not at all.
No.
Like I never saw the chemistry in that. It was so forced to me. But her and Spinelli, I mean, it's been since like what 04, 05. Like they're just like that. They have a child together. So it makes it
I don't disagree with you. I just think that they should take it slow, especially for Georgie's sake.
I think that they should take it slow.
But I think that they'll wind up being...
Yeah, like they can date on their own without telling the kids to make sure that chemistry is still there. And then when it gets to like moving in point, be like, oh, hey, you know, how do you feel about this? Don't rush it. But
she should tell her before they decide to move in that they're even dating.
I just mean like... when it's getting that serious.
Right. Yeah.
Those conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that Austin Gatlin, what is going on? Well, actually, now that his cousin stuff is, I guess, is coming into fruition, like it's starting to actually make me like him more. And I did like when he was like being Bridget's friend throughout everything.
Yeah.
Like honestly, why I couldn't have got this Austin and not the one that showed up when he first got here?
Right.
Because I was not caring for his character at all. Like, I wish they had the rights and he could be Todd Manning again. Like, because I watched me some One Life to Live and he was great.
Did you watch?
When he showed up on GH.
Did you watch then? Because that would have been 2013. So that would have been when you weren't watching.
Actually, I caught some of that. Okay. And I did see some stuff on YouTube, but I was like, oh my God, when he met Sonny and wanted to kill him because he thought he killed a Star, I was like, yo. Because like, to me, I'm looking at like, here's a heavy hitter from One Life to Live who's coming in contact with the heavy hitter from GA. So I was so into that. Like, that was good.
And Todd wound up with Carly, and they were great. I loved them together.
Yes,
and I loved whenever he had to come back as Franco. I like seeing them two. I like the two of them together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same thing with Kelly Monaco and Michael Easton. Like they are amazing. I don't care who their characters are. When they have those two hooked up, they're great. But Sam and John McBain would have been awesome.
Oh my God!
That's why they wound up going back to Dante. Because Sam with a cop was great. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't Sam with a cop that's great. It's Sam and John McBain.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They missed the point there.
Yeah. That's not what we were saying.
I don't like the Sam and Dante relationship because they share a freaking sister.
And brother.
And brother.
And cousins. And he gave birth to his sister.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Too much.
Right.
Like, no. Like, no. That's all I can just say to that.
Yeah. It's just icky. Like, every time they're together and they kiss, you're like, oh, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, if they were to have a child together, that child would be brother, sister, and cousins. Like, it'd be like every relation to another character on the show. I'm like,
right?
No, that's too much.
Oh, Baby Lila was, though. Baby Lila was connected to the Cassadines, the Corinthos. Didn't we read her lineage, and it was just like every single family because I know how, but it's like the Drones. I don't think the Spencers are in there though.
Yeah. Oh wow. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be.
No. There's somebody though that has all of. Maybe it's Spencer.
Because he's a Cassadine, and then Courtney is mom. So I'm just gonna say Corinthos.
That's Corinthos.
I forgot their actual family.
Yeah.
Spencer.
Yep. Oh yeah,
because Laura's his dad's mom.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's
Weber.
Weber.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, like when you think about it, it's like in his mind blowing.
Right. I'll work on my genealogy mapping.
One day I think I might go through that to be fun. Because honestly, like when getting into a soap opera and you haven't really watched, you got to figure out who's related to each other. So that's been like a fun thing of like when I watch newer, like the other shows, since I pretty much know most of the GH family lines. And then I use I got to use the wiki. Like I got to figure out who's related to who. So why are they mad at each other? Okay, this happened. Okay, I get it. Like I had to do that. Like when I went back to watching GH, I had to like hop on the wiki and look up like recent storylines so I could understand.
And that's why we do what we do with the 411. With if a character that's been gone for years comes back, we're like, there are people that probably started watching the past 5 years who have no idea who this person is. So we do their recap, and then we get to relive everything that we watched.
Yeah, that's because when I listened to the episode on Heather, I was like, why does she keep doping up people with LSD? I don't know why. She's breaking out of it and killing people.
Right?
She was wild. And
so do you think that she's the hook?
I still like the theory there were two hooks. I was like, I don't like it if they like truly make her the one and only hook. I don't think I'm gonna like that as strongly as if there were two. But it's crazy how she just keeps walking in and out of the prison.
Yeah.
What's the name of this place? What's the name of this prison?
Springridge is the one she's in now.
Springridge. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like it's just weird how she just keeps doing it.
Well, she even said like her favorite guard got fired.
Yeah.
So it's right. I mean, she at least addressed, I have an inside. You know, it's someone just, I don't know, what's he do? Get her an Uber and then send her on her way?
Right.
Sorry, we're not allowed to say that name, you know, but
like obviously because it's all
everywhere.
Yeah, because exactly. Because she can't have any money or anything, you know,
right.
Credit cards.
She just, this is why we need a map.
Yeah. Because like we may think Port Charles is really big, how they make it bigger, be like, really small.
Right.
That's why she's able to get around so easily.
And we know because we just talked about all the mental health facilities, none of them are in Port Charles. They're all outside of Port Charles. So she definitely has to
travel some.
Travel.
Yeah. Because they had to take a prison van to get her.
Yeah.
When they crashed, they had to get them where they needed to go.
Wow. She's in really good shape.
She is. And she's fighting off these people like with no trouble. Guess it helps be a serial killer. You gotta stay in top fitness shape.
Right. They have a gym in prison, right? She's there every day.
Mm-hmm. She's in Spring Ridge. That's not, I mean, it's.
I bet they have some kind of exercise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I am ready for Ryan to reveal himself.
Right.
I'm tired of him sitting in the chair with the whole blinking thing. Like, all right, I'm ready for him to do that. I guess eventually he'll go after Ava because he's still obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm.
But do y'all think Heather was the one that hooked Ava? Because that first one didn't have any poison on it.
Right.
And they was kind of dropping hints like it may be Austin's random cousin, whatever his name is. I think it's Mason.
Mason, yeah.
Dude is weird. He's just so weird and creepy.
So I think that it's Olivia Jerome. I think that Olivia is the woman, her that's bossing them all around. And I think maybe she's the other hook.
And I guess
No, I was just thinking because you just mentioned the poison thing. We didn't talk about that with the whole, because that's where Heather got that rash from, was from being in contact with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I don't know now.
Yeah. And
unless Heather and Olivia are working together.
If they were ever locked up together, I guess.
Yeah.
To our knowledge, Heather and Ryan never met before, and now they have Esme, so anything could happen.
True. You know, they retcon things, so. That was wild. Well, yeah, when they found her, like, it makes sense when they revealed that those her parents. Like, yes, this is why she's doing the things she does.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I was just like, whoa, you got two cycles going by soap opera. Like,
right.
Will they be considered psychos? Having a child together is like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't like that they're trying to say that she's his true love.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to Felicia? What happened to Ava? We never heard about Heather or whatever he named her, or she said her name was.
Yeah.
We never heard about her.
No, I think Ryan's stuff will come out. Yeah, it'll come out soon, though, because they keep having Ava come to talk to Ryan to get more information on the killer, and then Esme will be there too, and Ava will snap out on Esme because that's Ava, and then Ryan will need to defend it.
Ooh,
that's gonna be wild when Ava realizes.
Yeah, it would be even better if Heather was there too, for like Heather to try to defend and Ava to like smack Heather, and then Ryan have to stand up and defend it. That would be great.
Oh yeah.
Somebody might
get
die.
Felicia in there,
Somebody
and we're
might die in that situation.
No, none of them are allowed to die.
Yeah,
unless it's Ryan. I mean,
yeah,
we can kill him. That's okay.
He's never gonna die. We'll just cut off another arm or something. He'll still be fine.
Oh yeah, so that makes Kevin Esme's uncle.
Yeah.
And who are Heather's other children?
Jeff Weber, which is her son with Liz's dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also Franco with Scott.
Oh, yeah.
So Franco and Jeff are brothers, half brothers. And Jeff is Steve. Steve is Jeff and Heather's son.
Okay.
Franco is Scott and Heather's son. And Liz is was married to her brother's brother.
Soap operas. Speaking of that, that was super soapy even for me when it was like Liz as a teenager indirectly killed her current boyfriend's ex-wife.
Right.
Because they all were in the same spot 25 years ago. I was like, what?
Right. No.
Yeah.
that was not making. That was too much.
That was a stretch even for soaps. Things happen to all, and then they all end up in the same town.
Exactly, and then adding the fact that Finn got with Elizabeth's sister, but I don't think they knew at the time that they were sisters. I don't think they knew, and now it's Violet. I'm like, yeah, this is wild.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
Well, then Finn and his dad were both hooked up with Alexis.
Yeah,
they end up hooking up.
Yeah,
so we're keeping it all in the family. Right.
That's also a weird relationship. Like they just have no chemistry.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And I don't care. He popped up on the screen with Alexa. I'm like, you dragging her down. Like, and I wish they never killed off Neil like they did. Because I did that.
Yeah, she was actually happy with Neil.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then Harmony just lost it out of nowhere and
killing that people. Made zero sense. I had to go kill Neil because. And Harmony's smarter than that. Why would she have killed him, a non-drug user, with drugs?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Then she killed the brother who was trying to blackmail us. She, pushed him off the thing.
Right. We do need to get wrapping up, though. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you want to talk about real quick?
I don't have a topic, but I just want to say this has been awesome.
It has been great.
I'm glad. Honestly, I sent that request in. I forgot about it. Y'all emailed me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that is happening! Oh my god!" So yeah, this has been amazing. Now I'm glad I've actually seen y'all faces, so now I can put a face to the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have an appointment in a half hour. I was kind of bummed, but I mean, it's, I have to. It's my job.
Work's kind of important.
But yeah, I mean, this was great. We'll definitely have to do this again. We were talking about maybe trying to get all the people that we did a fan spotlight with, a round table or something at some point, to get everybody talking, and we could just sit back actually, right, and just let you guys talk. So
that'd be great. That'd be fun. Because I'm pretty sure, like them, they don't really talk to many people about G8. So hey,
it's kind of how the podcast was born. Just because our friends kind of got sick of us talking about it in front of them.
Well, this is awesome. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. This was great.
It was. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you for having me. This has been fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us.
Oh,
and for being a fan.
This has been great. I loved it.
Right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. He really is just the sweetest.
His energy. It was like whenever we were talking to Lydia. You could feel the energy and the excitement for the show coming through.
We've been all of our fan spotlights, all of our interviews are great.
Is a dork like us when it comes to GH and is excited. But just the way that some people talk, I wish I exuded that feeling for life all the time.
And so it is still weird to me that we have fans.
I know.
Because fan spotlight for us means we want to talk with other fans at General Hospital, but it's become more recent that when we do our fan spotlights, the fan is like, I can't believe I'm talking to you.
And we're like, why?
Why?
We're just sitting on our couch talking. What's up?
And that's so at my retreat or the conference that I just attended, we got to do our little commercials. And I said, if anyone likes the soap opera General Hospital, I have a podcast, come talk to me. And 3.
Oh, nice.
3. Nice. So yeah. One just hasn't kept up with it, but that's, was college and all that. And it's all the things, that it jogs your memory and
it's a way that people
put your life. Yeah.
And I love it. And yes, the way that he talked about it, we were best friends instantly with that excitement.
Yes. So I love making our fans our friends.
Yes.
Oh. So if you want to be our fan spotlight, all you have to do is go to our website, peer54podcast.com. There's a Google form to fill out. Just ask some basic questions and we'll schedule a time.
Sounds good.
Yep. So meet us on Monday when we discuss this week's shows.
Have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the pier. Bye. Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review. And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there's something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.